Solve for x using the balance method. Now these two equations are equations that we solved before using a flowchart. So what I've done here is I've reproduced the flowchart for solving this equation. When we solve by the balance, the bottom here is going to tell us the order in which to do things. And remember, it's always just using inverse operations. So I've got 4x plus 5 equals 17. The first thing that I need to do is subtract 5 from both sides. So I've got 4x plus 5, and then I'm going to take away 5 from that side of the equation. But if I do that to the left-hand side, by the balance method, I have to do the same thing to the right-hand side. Now we know this is an inverse operation, so all we get left with on the left now is 4x, because add 5, take away 5 is 0. And then on the right-hand side, 17 take away 5 is 12. Then the next thing I have to do is divide by 4. So I'm going to divide by 4, and I get x equals 3, which is the same answer that we got in the flowchart. But note as well that if you look here in my steps of solving the equation, it's the same as the middle. So we start with 4x plus 5 is 17. After one step, we've got 4x equals 12. And then after two steps, we've got x equals 3. So note how the technique of solving by balance follows the flowchart. So let's try to do the second one without the flowchart actually in sight, but we'll think about the operations that we needed to do. So when we build the expression on the left, we start by multiplying by 3 and then we subtract 2. The inverse operations would be add 2, divide by 3. So those are the steps I'm going to do, working from right to left there. So I've got 3x take away 2, and then I'm going to add 2 is equal to 19, and then I've got to add 2 because I do the same to both sides. The left-hand side then just becomes 3x. The right-hand side becomes 21. And my next step is to divide by 3. You don't have to write these steps in explicitly the way I am. You don't need to put the bits that are in orange. And then we have x is equal to 7.